Hello everyone, I'm TFC328 here, and I would like to talk about the Fates follow-up. Now, it wasn't turning out awful, but in all honesty, I just wasn't in the mood to edit it. I think I ran into a similar situation I was talking about in my other update with Castlevania, which, by the way, yes, I am quite aware of the pattern I ended up creating. Update, commentary, update, commentary, update. Next thing you know, it's going to be a commentary. No, but I'll mention that in a minute. I just really wasn't in the mood to edit it. Plus, I've been lazy. Plus, I am actually working towards getting a job. I've actually been making some real headway in that, so real life, here I come. So on top of that possibly getting in the way of things, I just felt that it could probably use a rewrite. Because I recorded everything back in like May, June, July, and I started writing it on like April 20th, which, if you notice, really wasn't even that long after I made the review. Well, uploaded the review. The original one. Doesn't help that I just got the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD remix, so my mind's been on Kingdom Hearts lately as opposed to Fire Emblem Fates. So, as far as making that Fates follow-up, I honestly feel that I should put it on indefinite hold until I revisit the game, so that way my thoughts are concrete, fresh, and I'm motivated to make that video. I am far from canceling that review, but I would rather make it when I want to, as opposed to rushing it out just to get it done. I was so close to finishing it too, but then I petered out at the very end, and I just couldn't push myself to finish it completely. Plus, I was writing the script for ideas that I didn't know how to convey very well. Again, because I didn't revisit the game or really look into it. As I said, I've completely ceased playing the game once Revelations credits finished rolling, so my knowledge of the game was pretty poor.
Your knowledge of the land shall be great.
I still have things to say, but I would rather say them when my thoughts are much stronger, especially since this will give me the chance to get a better understanding of the gameplay, because that was definitely one thing I will admit with some of you was not a very strong part of the review, particularly my mention of luck. I mean, that's technically a small part of video games, and hell, I mentioned Pokemon because even though you're not recommended to call upon them, there's like Focus Blast and Stone Edge, and they don't hit all the time. In fact, they hit in critical moments, and yet everyone still uses them. And fucking evasion. I hate evasion with a burning passion. Didn't help that I literally said, pretty much shortly after that I literally couldn't think of a better strategy than just throwing my strongest units to the enemies and benching my weaker ones. I mean, it's literally trying to fit a round peg into a plus-shaped hole. It doesn't make any sense. Plus, I will admit that yes, I was wrong as far as the conquest supports go. I said that you could only get them from the main chapters and the paralogs and DLC, which was still a limited option, a limited way to get them, but there is actually an unlimited method of getting the support conversations, and that's through online battles through My Castle. But I mentioned that I was not much of a My Castle battler, though since you gain support points in the My Castle battles, even online, my original argument has been debunked, and is just flat out incorrect. I mean, I even said in one of my comment responses that I would make the follow-up when I revisited the game, which, again, I did not ever since I last played it, which was around the time Revelations came out, and again, when I finished it, just shoved it, didn't think about it. When I get in the mood to revisit it, I'll talk about it again, because I really wanted to talk about it, but I wasn't in the mood to record my thoughts, and then when I recorded my thoughts, and when I wanted to add more, and then I added more, and then it became kind of jumbled because it was inconsistent with my presentation, and I ultimately lost the motivation because Fates just petered out so far from my mind that I just didn't care. And I just want to move forward with other projects. So you may think that because I mentioned Kingdom Hearts 1.5, I would be discussing the first Kingdom Hearts game next, right? No. Even though I put it on my future reviews list on my About tab, that's not the next review. No. The next review is actually going to be Bionicle: Journey to One, the last Bionicle film, so to speak, I have left to review. After all, I've already covered the 4 direct-to-video movies from G1 and the 2015 web animations throughout last year and this year. And hoo boy, that's gonna be fun! After that, I'm gonna create a filler video where I talk about what nicknames I give my Pokemon and the reasonings why, which a lot of them are pretty simplistic, but I thought it'd be interesting to share what I personally nickname my Pokemon. Although, spoiler warning, there are going to be a fair amount of Transformer names, which, again, is a given, my username. After the Pokemon nicknames video, I'm going to make a video about Kingdom Hearts 1. It's not going to be a review in the same fashion as my other videos. It's going to be discussing the negatives, sure, but I actually intend to talk about a lot of the positives. It's sort of an analysis, so to speak, as why I feel Kingdom Hearts 1 is, well, if I'm going to be honest, my personal favorite entry in the series ever since I finally got the chance to revisit it through 1.5, just last week or so, and what it does that I feel the other games really don't succeed in. The little details that add to the experience, like I stressed in my X5 review. So, there's that. In a sense, it's sort of a follow-up to the favorite games video. So that'll be my annual December video. Talk about a game that I would consider one of my favorites, but I didn't put into my favorites for whatever reason. I mean, it was originally going to be Birth by Sleep, but then I realized I didn't love it as much as I did the other entries on the video that I actually did. Plus, it would be unfair to KH1 and 2, which I hadn't played in years. And I have played them now, and KH1 is actually my favorite. Yes, even after I played 2FM, which a lot of people seem to praise as like the best Kingdom Hearts game ever. Which I understand there's a lot of really good things about 2. I'll probably even bring up some of the things that 2 does that other games, even KH1, doesn't do. I mean, every KH game has its identity. I could just look at it and just say, oh, that's recoded or something. I really hate to do another update video, but I feel that if I made the Fates video, I probably wouldn't be as satisfied with it. I want my discussion on it to be absolutely fucking perfect. Leave no corner unturned. Now granted, I wouldn't want to make it a full hour-long video, but I want the stuff that I want to say to be exactly what I want to say, conveyed perfectly with perfect idea of what I want to show when I write down that script, perfectly, exactly, nothing that I would really consider like sometimes I have with my videos as well. And commentaries are not supposed to be a regular thing. I just do that whenever I find material. So that's why you saw the Arizo commentary and the Sculpture Tugo commentary very shortly after each other, because I found those in quicker order. And even then, both of those were as a result of other commentators. Anyways, I'm Transformers Fanco 328, saying that I'm not dead, and apparently the Quarter guy subscribed to me. Thank you so much for honestly seeing my content and thinking that it was worth keeping up with. Seeing one of your personal inspirations among your subscriber base does wonders for your personal motivation.